Morning students. Today we are going to learn about the science of trigonometric functions. Consider the unit circle with center at origin. Now this quadrant is your first quadrant, this is your second quadrant, and here is your third quadrant, and here comes your fourth quadrant. Consider any point P on the circumference of the circle. The coordinates of P are x, y. In the earlier video, you have learned that the coordinates x, y also can be written as cos theta, sin theta. Then what is theta for? The theta is the angle through which the initial ray rotates to reach at the terminal ray. Then what about the sign of cos theta, sin theta when theta comes in the first quadrant? X is positive, y is positive. So, cos theta is positive, sin theta is positive when theta comes in the first quadrant. So, let us tabulate that here. Now come to the second quadrant. In the second quadrant, consider a point Pxy. This Pxy also can be written as cos theta, sin theta. Then what is theta is? Just to see, this initial ray rotates to reach the terminal ray and angle theta is created. When terminal ray comes in the second quadrant, we do say that the angle theta is in the second quadrant. So what is the sign of cos theta, sin theta when theta comes in the second quadrant? Here x is negative, y is positive. So cos theta is negative, sin theta is positive. So when theta is in the second quadrant, let us tabulate it here. Come to the third quadrant. There also consider the point Pxy. Pxy also can be written as cos theta, sin theta. Now what is the theta? Just to see, this initial ray rotates and come to the terminal ray, and the terminal ray is in the third quadrant. We do say that theta is in the third quadrant. It could be clockwise or anti-clockwise rotation. Then what about the sign of cos theta, sin theta? X is negative, y is negative. So cos theta is negative, sin theta is negative, and theta in the third quadrant. Let us tabulate that. And similarly, for the fourth quadrant, if Pxy is a point on the circle, you can again think about xy in terms of cos theta, sin theta. And what is theta is? See here, this initial ray rotates to reach at the terminal ray. This theta is taken in the clockwise rotation. We can take theta either as clockwise or anti-clockwise. But here theta comes in the fourth quadrant. What is the sign of cos theta, sin theta here? X is positive, y is negative. So cos theta is positive, sin theta is negative. Let us tabulate that. Now just look at this table. The signs of sin theta, cos theta has an influence on all the trigonometric functions because tan theta is equal to sin theta by cos theta. So in the first quadrant, sin is positive and cos is also positive. So tan theta is also positive. Similarly for the other trigonometric functions also, you can find tan theta in the second quadrant. Theta comes in the second quadrant, tan theta is sin theta by cos theta and it is negative. Theta comes in the third quadrant. Both sin as well as cos is negative, so tan theta is positive. When theta comes in the fourth quadrant, cos positive, sin negative, so tan is sin by cos theta is negative. Now forget about all this thing. There is an easy way of remembering the things. Come to these four quadrants. In the first quadrant, all the trigonometric functions are positive. In the second quadrant, sine and its reciprocal function cosec are positive. In the third quadrant, tan and its reciprocal function cot are positive. All the other trigonometric functions are negative. And in the fourth quadrant, cos and its reciprocal function sec is positive. All the other trigonometric functions are negative. To remember this, you can remember one sentence. Add sugar to coffee. A stands for all trigonometric functions positive in the first quadrant. A stands for sine and its reciprocal function cosec is positive. All the other trigonometric functions are negative in the second quadrant. In the third quadrant, tan, T stands for tan and cot positive, others are negative. And in the fourth quadrant, cos and its reciprocal sec are positive, all the trigonometric functions are negative.